This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, we are learning more about a shooting involving St. Louis police that left a woman dead. Police tell us she was armed and wanted in an earlier shooting in St. Louis County. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. We are told the suspect shot a worker at a White Castle and Bell Fountain neighbors. Police later found the suspect in South St. Louis. Justina Cornell is in studio with details on this.
Kelly, just in the last few hours, we learned the woman is 26 years old and her name is not released yet. Now, this all started in St. Louis County shortly before 8 this morning. Police believe this woman is connected to another shooting at a White Castle and Bell Fountain neighbors. They said someone in a mask walked into the White Castle, shot a female cook, and then left the scene. Then Bell Fountain neighbors police put out information of the suspect's car, and license plate readers picked it up in St. Louis City about an hour later. That's when police say an armed woman walked away from her car, did not comply with the officer's verbal commands. We're told she was shot by 2 officers, and after they shot her, she raised her own gun and shot herself. Now, at this time, it's unclear if the woman died from the officer's shots or from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
2 officers. 2 officers discharged firearms. Multiple officers were on the scene. Additional separate officers rendered first aid immediately.
Now, we still don't know the relationship between the 2 women and how many shots were fired by police. We're told the White Castle employee is still in the hospital with critical injuries. For now, the investigation is still ongoing.
A Jefferson County woman is recovering tonight after eating contaminated deli meat more than a month ago. She is now suing to get answers. Tracy Henson talked to the woman and her lawyer about what happened. She's in this newsroom with us.
Kelly, now can you remember everything you ate this week? How about everything your partner ate? Well, that's what Sue Lauber Fleming's husband had to do when the Jefferson County Health Department called in July.
Pat and I had fallen asleep in our recliner chairs taking a 4th of July nap, and I woke up and didn't feel good.
Didn't feel good is an understatement.
The strangest and most dramatic symptom was she started shaking like crazy. Her whole body was shaking.
Tracy, I thought my bones literally were going to fly out of my body. That's how violent the chills were.
About 8 o'clock on the 4th of July, she was in an ambulance headed to the hospital.
And she was in ER within 40 minutes probably.
But answers for what was happening would not come that quickly.
About 5 days into this, the Jefferson County Health Department called.
45 minutes into the call, they had a list of suspects.
We finally kind of narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 foods because they were foods that Sue had eaten, but I did not.
Boar's Head Braunschweiger, to be specific.
I thought it was better tasting, better quality, and I thought it was safer.
Typically, deli meat is safe, but what Sue ate was contaminated with listeria.
As foodborne illness cases go, it is not that common.
Ryan would know. He spent his entire legal career representing people injured by foodborne illnesses like listeria, and now he is representing Sue.
It's really important to get to the bottom of how this happened to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Was there something Sue and the other 42 people hospitalized with listeria across 13 states could have done differently?
That's the hard thing about listeria in a ready-to-eat product. There's not a lot that you can do. You're really counting on these companies and industry to make this safe.
Now, Sue was lucky the bacteria did not spread to her brain or her heart, which can cause irreversible damage. Her doctor said coming in for care right away saved her life.
Thanks, Tracy. Most of Gordon F. Moore Park in Alton is back open. That's after mine subsidence caused a giant sinkhole on a soccer field nearly 2 months ago. All roads, the golf course, walking paths, fishing hole, and the Lloyd Hopkins Field are open. The Mine Safety and Health Administration says these parts of the park are safe. Leaders say the sinkhole has grown anywhere from double to triple its original size. On the left is what it looked like when it first opened up. On the right is what it looked like just a few days ago. Experts say this is normal and it could get even bigger. Carnival rides, a petting zoo, and of course, plenty of carnival food. You can find it all at Peevely Days this week, and that's where Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell is live with the forecast. Scott, it's just so gorgeous.
Oh, Kelly, it's really nice. And we can tell just in the time we've been out here, the humidity levels are dropping off. We can tell that. Yes, make no doubt about it, it is still pretty toasty here, but the vendors are all set up. The gate's opening now. It's just after 5 o'clock. This is when things really get going, and it's going through the weekend. So come on down tonight, come on down tomorrow, enjoy it. Tomorrow's weather even better than today's. Is that possible? Sure. Here's a look at St. Charles, where the sky is mostly clear right now. And you know, one of the other things going on, Festival of the Little Hills, there's no lack of events happening across the area, but that's downtown Main Street in St. Charles. That's closed off as a lot of folks are joining the party on Main Street in St. Charles. We're just off Main Street in Peevely here, and it's dry across our area. The closest showers and storms are well to the southeast of us. There are minimal chances of showers and storms for us as we head through the next few days. Low to mid 90s. We still have some spots that are in the mid 90s, but as the humidity's backing off because of this gusty breeze, it's feeling a little better. Mold count on the high side. That may get you. You may feel that for sure. There's slim chances there might be a rain shower southwest of St. Louis through the overnight hours, but we think all of that's going to go down into the Ozarks. Abundant sunshine into Tuesday and much less humid going into next week. We'll see you back here at Peevely Days in just a few minutes.
All right, Scott. And you can also find good music, food, and rides at Trenton Fest this weekend in Illinois. The 5+ Live Bus will be in the Trenton Fest Parade. Join us and our partners at Scott Credit Union. The parade kicks off at 4:30. Coming up, prosecutors release more details about Matthew Perry's overdose death, what they say about the ketamine injections that killed him. We are days away from the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, what the busy week is looking like for the party. And some exonerees are compensated for time behind bars, but it turns out that is not always the case. Our I-Team explains what Missouri law has to say. And next week, you can watch our special, Race, Listen, Learn, Live, Voices of Ferguson. You'll hear from Ferguson residents 10 years after the death of Michael Brown. That is next Thursday, August 22nd at 7 p.m. And you can read more about Brown's death and the unrest in Ferguson that followed. For a link, text the word Ferguson to 314-425-5355.